Well, hello, Louie, YouTube here, and welcome to the weekend. I'm glad we made it. In this video, we're going to give you my tip of the week. We're also going to talk about and look at my new gold Libertads. Yeah, they showed up, including a couple of proof gold Libertads from 2020. We're going to talk about premiums. Is it the premium stupid? Are you suffering from recency bias? Okay, let's get into that. A little bit of a controversial topic. And then I had a question about the PSLV versus physical bullion. Thought I'd dive into that. Finally, a little look back on the stock market. If you're interested in any of that, stick around. We're going to have some fun today and see some really cool coins and all my latest pickups. All right, see you in a second. Okay guys, now for the tip of the week. What I have here are these gold Libertads that many people said were just completely unobtainable. Now the tip of the week, and you may ask, how did I get these highly sought after and in some cases almost impossibly low mintage coins when other people did not? The tip of the week is when you're searching, when you're alerted from APMEX, and I suggest that you put in both an email and a text alert for something like a gold Libertad proof, right? 2020 gold Libertad proofs in high demand. Put in that notice, of course, a lot of you know how to do that. When you get that notification, you will certainly, wherever you are, of course, pull off the road, stop what you're doing, and log in to your account and see if the item is available. Very often on something that is only 250 mintage worldwide, it won't be available. But the tip is don't give up. What you see here are 3 different packages from 3 different orders I placed. And how did I place them? One at a time as the coins came up. US Mint has been known to do this as well. But APMEX, Provident, a lot of the big retailers will do this. It will show as sold out, and then you wait, refresh your screen. In this case, I refreshed with a sort of all 2020 gold Libertads, and there were, I don't know, about 10 of them there. And some would pop up from time to time. All right, so as opposed to jumping on the screen, seeing they're sold off, yelling something, some profanity, and then going on about your business. Stay there, stalk the website, wait for something to pop up. The second part of this tip is when it pops up, get it in your basket and check out with a paper check. Okay, don't fool around with credit cards, don't fool around with electronic checks, having to type in routing numbers. Grab it in the basket, out to checkout, paper check, checkout, done. All right, and I did that 3 times. 3 times and got 3 fairly elusive gold Libertads. Doing that is your tip of the week. All right, guys, let's move on to an unboxing of these beautiful gold Libertads, huh? And I'll get on to talking about silver later, but it really was, not that long ago, gold Libertad time. And those of us that collect and also invest in rare coins, we're interested in stuff like that because you can make enough money to buy literally tubes and tubes of silver eagles. There's some eagles I bought over the last couple of weeks. 21 eagles, still buying them. I paid in the 34 an ounce for these, but they were available at 33 over the last few days. 21 eagles, $33 each. Smart buy, in my opinion. But let's get on to the gold again. So you may ask yourself, why are there a bunch of silver buffaloes in here? And I guess there is some silver in this order. And even worse than that, why did I pay $33 a piece for these? All right, this was a complete accident. I had, in this package here, which contains gold as well as silver, Where is the gold? Where are you, gold? Ah, there's the gold. We'll get onto that in a minute. But I had about 10 of these gold buffaloes in my cart just to see what they were selling for, and I guess I was considering them at one time. Although I don't think $33 for a silver buffalo is a good deal. But I had them in the cart, and I had left them there. And then the alert came out for the gold Libertads, and these were in my cart. Rather, and I didn't want them, but rather than take the time to remove them from my cart, once I got these two babies into the cart, I just checked out. Right? I mean, you got to be quick like a bunny on this stuff. So that's why I have about 10 silver buffaloes that I paid, about $4 each, too much for. But I wasn't worried about, putting some more generic silver in the stack and paying a little bit too much. What I really wanted was this. Okay, I'll tell you which one this is shortly. I'll even take it out and put on my my glove. So I got 2 of the half-ounce BU Libs, and I'll show you one of them. This is 2020. Mintage on these is pretty low. Pretty low. I don't know if it's 700, I think. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh boy, that's beautiful. Of course, the news is that the Mexico Mint has shut down again due to COVID. COVID being extremely convenient excuse for anything that's going on in the world. Believe me, you all know it's true. Anything that doesn't work anymore is blamed on COVID. They are shutting down again, and perhaps they will reopen, perhaps they won't reopen, perhaps it'll be a short shutdown, perhaps it'll be, the whole year. I really don't know, but all I know is the gold that I was searching for, this BU is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, and I hope the other one is as well. But that is the half-ounce. They are definitely going for good money. You want to know what I paid, right? For the half-ounce, I paid $1,109 each. So call that $1,100 a piece. 2,200, on a relative spot basis. It's about $1,100 for that half-ounce there. Of course, it's selling for more in the aftermarket. They're going to be hard to get. They were hard to get. So there's 2 of those. Let's keep going because I haven't hit the proof yet. And the proof is what is going to bring bank, right? All right. And others that I was able to put in my cart, as many as they had to check out as quickly as I had. Here is the 1/4 ounce. Gee, that's pretty. I got one of those. Only got one of those. Here is the full ounce. Oh, I ought to take that out of there. God, these are really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I don't grade anymore, but if I did grade, I would certainly consider grading any Libertad I had if it measured up. Look at that. I know you guys don't want to look at gold all day, but some people just, they're crazy. They're crazy for these, and they are going to be hard to get. The 1 ounce, I think there may be something like 1,200 of the 1 ounce. So I have pretty near a full set, I think, of the BUs. Let me put the 1 ounce away. Then we've got the, this is the 1/10 ounce, really small. I'll give you all the prices in a minute. And here, you can't even see it, is the 1/20th of an ounce. The proof 1/20th of an ounce is selling for like $400 or $500. Can you believe that? And I think I already showed you the 1/4. So the prices on these, we haven't got to the proofs yet. And there better be some proofs in here or I'm gonna be ticked off. So going back through these for all the BUs, the 1/20th was $291. Yeah, I know, that's high. The 1/10th was $382. The 1/4 was $655. And the 1 ounce was 2,420. I probably didn't even need to buy the 1 ounce because that is not the rare one in the group, and it was expensive. But I just bought anything that popped up. I knew they were all decent investments, right? All right, let's get on to the good stuff. Hopefully it comes out here. And yeah, this was the biggest order that I have ever placed online, bar none. There's another coin in there. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. All right, so what I'm going to show you now, I think, are the proofs. In this particular order, there is a couple more 1/20th ounce. So those are the teeny weenies. Again, I just bought them if they popped up. Only 700 of those, but they were really too expensive at $290. That I paid very, very full price for that. And I got 2 of the half-ounce proofs. They were $1,309 each. $1,309 for each of these proofs. They come in a capsule, and we will take them out. And these are the money. These are the coins that I will be reselling. And since there are only 700 of each in the world, I'm sorry, since there are only 250 of each in the world, every Libertad collector, gold Libertad collector on Earth wants one of these. APMEX did not want me to have this. Matter of fact, they were so surprised that I actually bought these because I know their system well after 10 years of messing with these guys. They sent me a questionnaire and asked me if I was using electronic means to purchase coins. You know, like the U.S. Mint always claims people do, but they never do anything about it. Well, anyway, APMEX, because, you know, the guy's brother-in-law or whoever was supposed to get these proof coins didn't get them fast enough. They were sending me inquisitory emails wondering how in the hell I was able to navigate their system and out of these proof coins. And I'm happy to say I did, and they did deliver, although it took them longer than it should have. But these proof half-ounce libs are, that is a prize. For all the stalking that I have done on Libertads, those are the gems right there. Anyway, and for sale. Okay, guys, that's it on the Gold Libertads. I know you're sick of hearing about it, especially if you don't play in that pool, but that is really an accomplishment, and I'm happy to have them. All right, let me move on. But before we leave the Libertad subject, I just want to go back and remind you, remember these 2019 quarter-ounce Libertads? Well, I had a video several weeks ago about watching Junius Maltby and his wife talk about production problems in Mexico, especially in the gold side, and how they were having reservations about selling these anymore. Anyway, it was a compelling video, and it was more rumor than fact, but I went out and bought these 2019 gold Libertads when gold was much higher. All right, I got 3 of these at $525 a piece, which, you know, was a hefty premium to where spot was, but again, it was higher than it is today. These coins are now selling for $600. All right, so there's an example of paying a higher premium and then gaining an even higher premium on resale if you choose to sell them. Like I've been saying, everything Libertad is hot, hot, hot. But there is a $225 profit on that move. Thank you, Junius Maltby, for the heads up on that article. You know, that it didn't have to play out that way, like all these issues with production and so forth in Mexico, and most of the world mints, actually. It didn't have to play it out that way. But once you make a purchase, you're in the game, right? Now, worst case is, I could have bought that for $525, and it could have been selling for $500 today. But I felt the upside was greater than the downside, and sure enough, I mean, you know, $600 coins today. Will I keep them? Will I sell them? I'll probably keep those. All right, and then some more gold that I picked up. There are 2 of these, and I know I'm crazy for gold right now, but the libs are for trading and selling since they are so hot and they're fetching huge premiums. This is for the pension stack, as Backyard Bullion likes to call it. So what I have here is what I traded poured silver for. So I didn't do a cash sale, I did a trade for some of the poured silver I showed you. And here is one of them, reflective as hell. I wasn't picky about what kind of gold the person had that traded me. So this is a Rand Refinery, a 1 ounce gold bar. Little elephants on the back. I got 2 of these. 2 of these little elephant bars. And what we did was the way, let me show you the nice one here. What we did was, you know, we said, what's my thing worth? And we put a price on it. And then we said, what are these things worth? And we put a price on it. Of course, it was right before gold and silver dropped. So would have been better for me to wait on this, but put a price on it, and we said this equals that, and plus a certain amount of cash. And that is how Louie adds 2 more ounces of gold to the pension stack. All right. Keep your stack liquid, keep it diversified, and you can do trades like that. I am trading collectible items, investment coins, for bullion gold. And the bullion gold, again, will get tucked away, and I won't see this again, God willing, for quite a few years when I need the money, right? And when I do get rid of it, I won't be paying tax on it, capital gains on it. I won't be doing anything other than trading this gold for whatever the heck it is I need. Maybe, you know, hearing aid, a cane, maybe a hot nurse. Okay, I have, gosh, I can't make a short video, dudes. I've been buying 21 Eagles with Abandon. These came, and I tweet this stuff out if you follow me on Twitter. I tell you what I'm buying and when I'm buying it. These I purchased in the 34s from Canada, no sales tax, and the only disappointment on these 21 Eagles, which I think I will sell for $50 each one day soon, is it's not a sealed tube, right? But they're beautiful uncirculated Eagles. And at the coin shop in Canada, there is, you can pay with a paper check, you can get free shipping, and there's no sales tax, so you don't have to buy a higher dollar value. But later, about a week later, I also tweeted that there was another deal where after your credit card rebate, you could have got the 21 Eagles for $33 each. I would do that all day long. Okay, be right back at you. All right, for this segment, it's the premium, stupid, or is it your recency bias? All right, and you have to pardon the cheerleaders I'm throwing up. I'm trying to give you a little bit of a cheerleading video here. Okay, get out of here. But you know, the deal is all this talk about premiums. Well, you know what it is? It's learned helplessness. All right. The more you complain about something, the more you fixate on the worst possible scenarios that can occur. You know, $40 silver Eagles, et cetera, et cetera. You know, those things do happen. The more that you incapacitate yourself to looking for the deals. All right. So is spot low right now? Yeah, I think spot's incredibly low in the 24s and 25s. If you want to argue that spot is going to go lower, well, then you're in that camp, and I ain't nowhere near that camp. I got my money on the other side of that bet. But what we're talking about are premiums. Now, there are premiums on stuff like this, you know, generic bullion rounds, and then there are premiums on stuff like this, 21 Eagles. And then there are premiums on stuff like, you know, Libertads as well, right? Well, if you sit there and you focus on the fact that some people are paying, you know, $12, let's see what, you can find Eagles for $37, right, all day long, but I'm not saying you should buy those. I'm saying you should look for the deals, look on how to avoid the sales tax. On a tube like this, you could have got it 33 bucks when I tweeted it. That was on eBay, I think through Liberty Coins. And it was 33 and change, or nearly 34, but there's credit card rebates. Link below for the eBay credit card, 3.3% off. And so $33. So let's say the spot at 25 is what silver is worth. I don't think it is, but that's what the markets say it's worth. And you had to pay an $8 premium to get these silver eagles. Well, these 21 eagles are in high demand and in growing demand. You know, anyway, the American Silver Eagle is an unusual story. In that the mint is having production problems. No, they're not going to mint to demand. You'll never see that happen this year. People are going to want the 21 Eagle as they do, and they are rationing the coins that they have minted so far. So these are going to continue to be in high demand. Will they close the mint completely for a couple of months? You know, I don't know, but COVID's a great excuse for everything. But long story short, do I think these are worth $33? That's all you have to say to yourself. Is that worth $33 to have a desirable coin, the most popular in the world, that is in growing demand, and it's $8 over what I consider to be a fictitious spot price at 25? I say, yeah, I'll buy all the tubes of those I can. I suggest you do as well. And we'll see if spot goes up from here and if premiums go up or premiums go down. But in the end, the coin in your hand and what you paid for it is what matters. Not whether, I got ripped off because somebody charged me $8 over spot for the most popular coin in the world. All right? That's the way I look at it. But, would I pay $33? I guess I did, right? You saw me do that by accident. For this, when I could pay $33 for this? No, heck no. Because this is only worth $29 tops. If spot is $25 artificially, then, you should be getting these all day long for $29. And I think you could recently. There were lots of deals under $30 most recently when spot dropped. So, when spot goes up, I think the premiums on stuff like this will drop and ultimately, down to $1 or $2 over spot. The Silver Eagle is a whole different matter. But, your recency bias, tells you that that silver never goes up, right? Just doesn't do it. You can hold it for 10 years and not make any money. Well, for those that bought in, around 20 or 22. And when it does go up, it gets pounded down. That is what we have been taught. You know how they train an elephant? Do you guys know this in circuses? Well, when the elephant is young, and maybe they do it in Africa when they capture them, they take those mighty elephants and they put a chain around their leg and they put the other end of the chain on a giant sunken wooden post, right? And that elephant tries and tries and tries, pulls on that chain and cannot get free. Right? Over time, they make the chain a little lighter and a little lighter. Then they change it to a thick piece of rope. And by the time the elephant is mature, that chain is turned into just a thin little strap. Right? The elephant could easily bust that strap, but does not, because in their recency bias, they associate a great deal of pain with busting free. Well, we have been trained, and many old-timers have been trained to believe that silver will disappoint you, and believe that the spot will go back down, and believe that the premiums will go back down. And that may very well be, and that definitely could happen. I didn't expect to be at 24 again. But if that does happen, what's the possibility of it going back up and exceeding old highs? Really high. So if you're using that argument to stay out of the market, and I'm not saying if you got a big topped off stack, I don't care what you do, but if you're using that argument to stay out of the market, hoping that someday the silver gods drop low spot price and low premiums on you, I think you're making a big mistake. So, yeah, buy this kind of stuff if you want, but I would not. I would definitely not pay more than $4 over spot for something like that. And in a typical market, it would be $2 over, might even be $1 over. But if you're paying a couple dollars more than you normally would to get your first foot in the door on silver, and you're averaging into the market, I don't have a problem at all with that. We'll find every opinion under the sun on YouTube. And in the end, you want this stuff in your hand. You don't want to get ripped off, but you do want to make some smart choices. And I don't know. You can wait. You can wait all day long, but I suggest you go back and look at channels that have made predictions in the past. And if they were telling you spot was going to go down the last time silver made its big run, take that into account, because we are all often wrong. So that's what I have to say about that. And there is a silver squeeze that's on. There is. We've run them out. The way people are acting in this community kind of reminds me of the Italian army during World War II. Yeah, they asked for volunteers to go run and charge that hill. And, everybody took a giant step backwards, right? And started looking for the soldier that was actually willing to fight. Well, this is a fight, and we are trying to conquer the big bullion banks and our government that's been suppressing the price of this monetary metal. And are you not willing to take a bullet or two for the troop? Or are you looking for somebody else to go out there and drive those prices up, drive that demand up, and hopefully you make money on your silver? I don't know. I think we're all in this game together, and I think we ought to be pursuing the silver squeeze, and higher premiums are a result of us winning, not losing. So keep winning, guys. All right? It's gonna turn, and when it does, it's going to turn big. It's going to pop big, and I can't say that'll be in a day, in a week, or a month, or a year, but this is not a stupid move to pick up silver at $30. It just ain't. It just ain't. If you're into the collectible thing, then use your own judgment. But get excited about it, because we are making an impact more so than ever before. All right, that's it for that. Let me get on to the next subject. Okay, quickly. I had a comment recently, which was, I think a pretty good comment about the PSLV. And, after they got done accusing me of just making videos so I could sell coins to people, which I don't do. I don't do. I'm the last channel on earth that will ever charge you to be part of my channel or try to sell you $29 silver for $40. That's just not what I do. If you like a collectible coin that I have, and you want to buy it from me, that's cool. But I'm all about teaching you how to do this yourself so you can make money, right? Whatever it might be, a Simpson donut or family coin, a Libertad, or just a wise move on a Silver Eagle. I mean, that's what I'm all about. But this stuff here, right? So the question is PSLV. Oh man, you can't see it. There it is. I love digging through these mercs. I paid the 17 times spot for these back in the day, which was about 3 times spot more than people were paying for regular junk. So they are nice mercs. But anyway, the question about PSLV, right? PSLV is the Sprott physical. Let me get you a little better shot here. Come on now. Huh, I don't know, I can't seem to get that. Hold on. Okay, the PSLV is the Sprott Physical ETF, where the prospectus guarantees that within a reasonable amount of time, when you put your money into that fund, they will buy 1,000-ounce bars off the COMEX or the LBMA or somewhere, and I believe they store them at the Royal Canadian Mint. I don't know if that's a wise move or not, but they are obligated by law to buy physical, to not hypothecate it, to not buy futures, to not buy unallocated silver at the mints. Don't ever do that, by the way. If you're storing silver at a mint, certainly don't go for the the unallocated, that means the unexisting silver or gold for that matter. You want the allocated in your name, and you're able to get it within a week because it sits there and it's yours. Yeah, there might be storage and maintenance fees. Those are worth paying. Better yet, to take, I mean, I don't know why people do that. When you could just a few months ago, you could have bought as many 100-ounce bars as you wanted for $1 over spot, dug a hole in the backyard, and throw them in. Throw them in. That's it. You're done, right? No paperwork. Silver comes right to your house in the mail. 100-ounce bars, get 10 of those instead of a 1,000-ounce bar, which would be the stupidest thing ever to collect 1,000-ounce bars. Stupidest thing ever, unless you're a multimillionaire, right? And you're looking to put $1 million into silver. But if the average collector is looking to, to put $10,000, $20,000, even $100,000 in silver. Well, I mean, Jesus, those 100-ounce bars, I wouldn't buy them today because I think they're more like three or four over. But, $100,000, well, that would, let's see, a 100-ounce bar would be about $3,000. So that's about 33 100-ounce bars, 33 100-ounce bars. There's 33 of those guys. You can lift every one of them, dig a hole, throw them in your backyard, and they're fully allocated to you. Make sure the gardener doesn't see you dig the hole. So that would be the smart way to do it, in my opinion. I don't know why people store with the mint or trust the mint. They have been acting very untrustworthy. Do I trust the PSLV? Yeah, kind of. And I have money with the PSLV. I avoid the SLV. And the PSLV seems to be a righteous ETF, but it is only an ETF. And granted, you will get the advantage of amassing paper physical at spot or slightly above, right? And that is an advantage, and you won't take a big hit on premiums when you go to sell. But what if, right? There are so many what ifs. How could that be the same as holding this? How could that, if there's a stock market, a circuit breaker, they turn off the stock market for an hour or a day or a month. They reset the monetary supply, so the monetary system, 10-for-1 reverse split on dollars, and you're just waiting and hoping that the spot price, isn't manipulated down to. That's all they would have to do. Let's say there was a 10-for-1 reverse split on the U.S. dollar, which is kind of what I expect will happen eventually. Which means that if you have $100, well, send in 90, and now you've got 10, and that's it. Your new $10 is worth 100. But if they were to do that kind of a thing, all they would, theoretically, your PSLV shares should go from 25 an ounce up to 250, right? In that scenario, because it's backed by physical. Because shouldn't silver go up 10 times if there's a monetary reset like that, a 10-for-1? I mean, the cost of a TV will, and the cost of a car will, and the cost of a hamburger will. Well, silver is one of the few the few tangible assets where they could literally take the spot price and knock it down to 250, right? You've seen them do that. They have unlimited power, and I think the government sanctions them in doing that. And then Sprott could say, you have all this silver, and it's worth $2.50 an ounce, as you can see by spot price. If you say, great, I'll take delivery, well, then now you have to be a big boy. Now you have to have 50 grand or 100 grand or whatever their minimum is to create the silver and mint the silver and deliver the silver in an armored truck. I mean, it is bad news to try to get silver out of an ETF. You will spend so much money on the creation. They have to basically melt it into smaller denominations, and then it has to be transferred by armored truck, and so forth and so on. And yeah, you can get it by the time you do. I don't know what it'll cost you. But for all the things that can go wrong with paper and electronic transactions, I do not recommend that PSLV be your only investment. I recommend that you get as much of this as you should in terms of what's appropriate percentage of your net worth, and keep it handy. You're going to want it. You're going to want to get it off the books. The other thing the government could do is they could impose a 90% tax on capital gains when you take distribution of your paper silver. We will be the enemy someday. Right now, we're just silverbacks, and we're just stackers, and we're just tinfoil hat guys. But plan to be vilified, because we know the future lies in silver and gold. All right, that's it on that topic. Hope I convinced you to not only go PSLV. All right, be right back. Done a few weeks ago. I mentioned the supplemental leverage ratio as a reason to get the hell out of the stock market for 2-3 weeks. And sure enough, the market did nothing but go down the entire time they were waiting for a decision from the Fed on maintaining the moratorium on prudent reserves. And the Fed came out and said that they were not going to, the Fed came out and said they were going to reinstate the prudent reserve measure, and the stock market went up for, a minute and then started down again. Anyway, what happened was, if you were trading, you noticed that there were no buyers. There were just no buyers. There were just sellers. For the longest time in the NASDAQ and the Russell, I think some people were parking money in the Dow, so that did a little better. And the S&P, that's kind of a crappy Merc that they gave me there. That's bordering on cull. The S&P, did a little better as well. But for the most part, if you were out of the market the last few weeks and you waited until the 31st, and I was waiting for the 31st for either a crash or a green light, well, sure enough, the market opened and there was not a crash. Everybody, all the hedge funds and all the banks that had been over, this is all my opinion, right? It doesn't mean anything other than Louie's old opinion. But I think they had sold everything they needed to get back down to prudent ratios. And when the rest of the world saw that the, a pan sell-off wasn't going to come on the 31st, they started buying. And like I said, it's been doing nothing but going up since then. If you have money in the market, hopefully you put it back in on the 31st or the day after. And I think we got green lights to go to new highs at this point. So that was a little prediction I made, which maybe that helped you, maybe not, but that's what I think happened. All right, that's all I got for you today. Sorry for the long video. Hope you enjoyed the cheerleaders, and you guys have a wonderful week. Let me know in your comments what you're thinking about the direction of silver and whether you're paying premiums. And, if you bought anything, where the hell are all the unboxing videos? If you guys are all buying silver, why are there no videos? Why are there no videos? Why are the only videos the ultra slick, highly produced big channels these days? Are you buying silver? If you have a video you'd like me to watch of yours, or if you want me to subscribe to your channel because you're making videos and you're still, here's another one. Look at the rust on that. They shouldn't have sold me that. Yeah, if you have an unboxing, I'd love to see it. I don't see the community making videos like it used to. Maybe everybody has talked you out of buying silver right now, so you're just waiting. But I think a lot of people are buying silver, and YouTube is the perfect outlet to show people that silver. You can't tell your friends right about it and your neighbors, but if you bought something cool, some bars, some constitutional, anything, do a video, man, for the community. It's more than just a community of a few big channels. It's a big community that should be sharing between itself. not just kind of hoarding subscribers in their own little world. All right, that's the way I see the YouTube stacking community anyway. So hope you appreciate that, and love to watch what it is you've been buying. All right, guys, have a great weekend and happy Easter. I'll talk to you later.